Our very first launch of the Rich for Life Bible was in Kagiso Senior Secondary School, where we did our very first assembly. And after that, I remember 2 days later, we got a call from one of the teachers asking, what are they going to do? Because kids are asking questions. And that's where the concept of peer educators came about.
I was with Pastor Josh at Bible school, so he happened to invite me in one of the days when he was doing training. So at first I was reluctant to come, but he insisted, so I came. And a few minutes in, I fell in love with the program, and I decided this was one thing that I wanted to be part of. So from 2016, I've been part of Rich for Life.
Rich for Life!
I'm one of the facilitators, so we train most newly saved guys who want to be part of the program. So we train them, so I'm one of the facilitators. My main role is to be the facilitator, but also I do ministry at schools, I do ministry at old age. I've just recently joined the rehab. Getting to places where Jesus was not known and actually make an impact and see the change after you guys have left. Yeah, I think that has been my highs. And my lows, I would say seeing guys that I started with in the program, some falling back. A wise man once said, leave while the game is still on. I think I want to conquer new frontiers and maybe leave space for the upcoming guys, because for the 9 years I've played my part. So I think leave space for the upcoming guys, go for new territories. I would say I was not fully consumed by the gospel. I think I was just doing Rich for Life as a program. But I think around about 2019, I think my relationship with God became stronger, and I think my perspective and my involvement with Rich for Life changed. I think I became more intentional. I think I've went to all parts of South Africa. Yeah, I think the outskirts, cities. Yeah, I think we've touched all parts of South Africa. So international, I think we've went Swaziland, now known as Eswatini. We went to Lesotho. Yeah, Zimbabwe, I think. Yeah, so we've did a few countries. Rich for Life is an all-rounder. It caters for every part of a believer's journey. I think I used to fall in love with the trips more than the impact. So I would say to someone who's gonna join Rich for Life, fall in love with purpose. I think that's gonna make your life very easy. And there's a statement that I love to say, see people the way God sees them. I think you can never preach to people that you don't love.
I grew up with parents that were into ancestral worship. My mom was initiated to become a sangoma and met my dad in that place because his father was the one who owned the initiation school. So when my mom fell pregnant with me, she was kicked out of the initiation school and came home and had me. So I grew up around people who at my grandmother's house. So my whole family believed in ancestral worship. We even did the rituals and everything. But when I was 8, I met a friend who went to a Christian church, and she invited me to church. The family took me in like their own. So every Friday I'd go there, go to church and come back on a Sunday afternoon. And that changed my life. I accepted Christ. After matric, I began working for a financial service company for about 8 years. And then I worked for a bank as a credit controller for about 7.5 years. So in 2023, January, I resigned from my job. It wasn't a sudden choice. I had felt the Lord calling me for a while, and I decided that I would resign early that year. And so I did. somewhere around March, I remembered that I had a friend, because when I resigned, I didn't have a plan. And in fact, I actually went to a school where I live nearby, and I asked to pray at the school, and they said no. But I remembered that I had a friend who was doing something like this, and I got in contact with him, and he was a coordinator with Reach for Life. And so I did my training with them and began to work in schools. So I would negotiate a partnership with the school or the rehab or the prison, whatever organization that would be, and I would teach life skills using the Reach for Life book in those spaces. I love what I do. It's not even like, it fills me with so much joy and purpose. I feel fulfilled when I do what I do. There's a place in Soweto called Maibuye. Our brothers, they smoke, they don't stay at home. Some of them stay even in the street. So when we approached them and wanted to teach them the word, they were so happy that we came to them, because one of them said that they feel like they're not human, they're invisible to society. And when we went and started teaching them, and we would make some soup for them afterwards to eat, it wasn't even about the food, it was the fact that we were there. So the first time we went there, we just taught the word, you know, and we prayed with them. I think we went there about the third week. When we went there, this boy came to us. We didn't even recognize him. He was so clean. And he came and he said, I don't know if you still remember me. I was here when you came the first week, and he explained his story, and you spoke about this and that, and you know, I couldn't smoke anymore. He told us that he had stopped smoking and he had found a job, and we could tell, and he thanked us and said, what you're doing saved my life. And I think for me, I had a wake-up call to say, this is not just something that fulfills me. It's something that God would use greater than myself to change the lives of other people around me. And that is what I want to live for.
My name is Ndumiso Kuzwayo. I'm from Ladysmith at Kwahlati area. I'm a peer educator at Reach for Life under Apostle T. Kumalo. My mentor, who telling me about this book of Reach for Life, and then about everything that is good to grow with this book Reach for Life. And then I have a passion to go and tell my friends, my child, everybody, even my family, my community, my church, everywhere I go, I'm talking about Reach for Life, that you can't give up on your life, because Reach for the Life is give you the strength to go and to know that everywhere, every time, there is some circumstances. So, but with God, nothing we can do. So, yeah, I like Reach for Life too much, and it's helped me. This book is helping me, helping everybody, and anyone who don't have this book, she or he need this book, because it's very important to us.